Freeway. My name is David J. Atwood. I am the man rocking the Ray-Bans. And I have just dropped Gabby off downtown. It's just after 1 o'clock, and she is going for a spa day. And then after that, they're going to go for dinner, and then they're going to go do karaoke. I think they're going to visit the Royal BC Museum for all of her out-of-country guests that are coming to the wedding. And then my daughters are going to be there. My siblings are going to be there. It's going to be a girls' night out. They're going to have a great time. So what I want to talk about today is we were talking about the different parts of your plan to get ahead. And we've talked about cutting costs. And I don't know if we really talked too much about side gigging, but it's really important to have a side gig. So cut your costs. And like I said, there are apps out there. I even found one today. I don't want to mention it because I haven't done any research on it. But there are apps out there today. Oh my God. Are you happy, buddy? You made everyone go in front of us. There's apps out there today that will actually monitor your spending, track your spending. And if you have subscriptions or fees, they can actually go through. And this is modern technology for you now. They can go through and actually find, like, if these subscriptions that you're not using, like I had some subscriptions that I signed into and I didn't realize I was being charged my credit card $10 a month for some of these things until I went through it. That's why it's important to track your spending. Finally, of course, we talked about cutting costs, and we also talked about selling all the stuff you don't have, like you don't need, you're not using around your house, you don't need. Like, it's really important to get to a place where you can start that investment portfolio and start really working on getting yourself ahead. This is before we discover what we want to do, we want to be. Do this. Everyone can do this. You can watch your pennies, you can start budgeting, you can set up a budget and you can track it. And they have apps that'll help you do all that stuff. Do that first. But the next thing you want to do is start side gigging. You want to do a side gig and you want to get into that as much as possible. And one of the things I want to talk about today about one of the side gigs that I've done is house hacking. House hacking is an amazing way to make some real money with the place you live. And it's a way to kind of, if you do it right, what you want to do is you want to be able to get to a point where you are living for free. Even if you're renting a house, even if you're renting an apartment or a condo or a basement suite off somebody, you can do this. So anyone can do this. This is not just for the ultra rich who can afford a place to live. You can house hack. So, and I did the research on this, and I talked about this before, but Airbnb, VRBO, Expedia, I think even Google does something along those lines. There's all these different platforms that will advertise your place for rent. If you have a place, and I know this is crazy, but think about this. There was this guy who had this really nice house that he rented, and he put it on Airbnb. It was primary residence, and what he would do is he'd just walk around in the house, keeping it in showroom condition every day, and when he got rented, he went and he slept in his car. He just went out and slept in his car because he said the value of the money he was making off renting his house off of through Airbnb was so much that it was worth a few nights a month sleeping in his car and going through that kind of suffering. That is the kind of thing that needs to happen. Now, you don't have to rent your whole place out and sleep in a car, but say you got a girlfriend and you rent your place out. Just ask if you crash at her place for a couple of nights. She'll appreciate the company, and you can make oodles of money renting your place out while you're not using it. Now, that's an extreme scenario. That's an really extreme scenario. But one of the things that a lot of people do, and how I first got into short-term rental, was I knew this woman, and she had a 3-bedroom place, and she lived in the main bedroom, 1 bathroom, and she had a little ensuite in her bedroom, so she had a little bit of privacy, but there's no shower there. 1 bathroom, 3 bedrooms, and she rented 2 of the bedrooms out on Airbnb. And renting those 2 rooms out, she was renting them out for $70 a night. At $70 a night, she had 2 rooms, so that's $140 a night potential. And you start doing the math on that, and you're looking at making somewhere in the neighborhood of $4,000, $4,500 a month. Now that's 100% occupancy, but if you knock that down to 70%, what are we looking at here? We're looking at 3, 2, 4. We're still looking at $4,000 a month maybe $3,000 a month. That pays for the mortgage, and that pays for the groceries, and that pays for some of the bills. And at the end of the day, now you're living for free. If you have a lease right now, negotiate a sublet contract clause in your lease. This is pretty legal. This is legal in every place that I'm aware of, but check your local laws, because some places are really strict about the stuff, especially short-term rentals and subletting. But if you get a landlord, and again, negotiate, talk, communicate. If you can communicate with your landlord, these are the things you want, then there's a really good chance that you're going to be able to do it just by talking about it. A lot of landlords don't care as long as you keep the place clean, keep it in good state, like you don't break anything, don't damage the place, and you pay your rent on time. That's all they care about. I know for a fact, because I'm a landlord. If someone said, hey, I'm going to rent your place out, do you mind if I do this? Don't care as long as I get my rent, period. That's it. And that's what works for me. I think it would work for any landlord if you were to actually negotiate with it. But if you could do that, you could put your house up on Airbnb and you could rent out that room, one room. And this is what this woman did. She did 2 rooms and it funded her retirement. You do 1 room and that would be enough to pay your rent. And I did the math. I might even throw the math up on this channel. Anyways, folks, this is a real... What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Silly people. This is a real way to get some real cash flowing, and you can do it right away. This is the thing. You can control your spending, and you can start a side hustle of renting out one of your rooms. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, but I like my privacy. And I said, that's great. That's great. But that privacy comes at a price. And if that's the price you're willing to pay, then I wish you all the best. I really do. Because at the end of the day, what I think what's really more important is that you've got cash. And if you can figure out a way to live for free, it's a win. It's called house hacking. And like I said, another way to do it is, I think I talked about this before, is if you buy a house or rent a whole house, you live in the basement, rent the upstairs out. Now, not only are you living for free, but you're actually getting a little bit of this thing called profit that you can actually put towards your investment strategies. So that is a really great way. I think anyone can do it. Again, if you have the right clause with your landlord, you right agree with your landlord. Make sure you check on that, and check the listings and check the laws in your area. Really be careful about it, because I know they get sticky, especially they're getting weird with short-term rentals all over the place. So make sure you put your research in. Anyways, folks, that house hacking is such a great way to get a head start, a jump on your investment portfolio, get some extra money put in there, and free up some cash for yourself. Yes, you're going to have to forego a little bit of privacy, but at the end of the day, is that privacy worth your retirement? Is that privacy worth having financial freedom? If it is, great. For me, financial freedom is the ultimate freedom. And when you're financially free and you can go anywhere, I tell you, the best privacy is going somewhere where poor people can't go. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. I need subscribers. Apparently, I want to live stream the wedding, and I needed subscribers for it. So some more subscribers would really be great. But subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It means the world to me. Hit the thumbs up so I know that you like what I'm doing here. Check out financialfreeway23.ca. That's where all the good stuff is, the juicy stuff. More stuff's going to be posted. Again, we don't post on financialfreeway23.ca every day. We do it. We do bulk posting every so often when I get the time. And but check it out, because the archival stuff is amazing. And finally, as we always say, spread the word, spread the good news, because it is our mission here at Financial Freeway to make sure that everyone understands that they have an inalienable right to live a life of success, happiness, and abundance. Wherever you are on this beautiful, my last day of singledom, God bless.